Make sure to never miss another video by subscribing. Hit the bell to enable notifications, hit the check mark, save, and if you enjoy the video, leave a like.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Pantherfire11, and welcome to whatever I'm going to call this series. If you guys know BuzzFeed Unsolved, this is basically their post-mortem. This is basically going to be a way for me to interact with the community and show off a bunch of you guys' awesome, talented work and all that fun stuff. So basically today, I have a couple of sections planned, and this might change week to week. I'm thinking we're going to do this series once a week if you guys are interested in it. It's kind of like a test run to see what you guys think. But basically what we're going to do today is going to show off this fan art. I'll answer some questions from a Q&A if my internet comes back up. And we'll show off fan art, Q&A, and something else. What was the other thing? Oh, I was going to show off some fan memes to end off the episode for fun. But I guess let's get into the first section, which is going to be showing off you guys' awesome fan art. Today I got all the fan art from the fan Discord, the Legacies fan Discord, so make sure you guys are in that server. In the future, this could also come from Twitter, so make sure you follow my Twitter. This could also come from my Discord, so make sure you join my Discord. Links also in the description. And it could also come from Instagram, so make sure you join the Instagram, or follow my Instagram, also linked in the description below. And in the future, we'll also be answering questions from the comment section, Twitter, Instagram, my Discord, and the fan Discord. So make sure you're in all those places so that you can have the most chance, most opportunity to get into these episodes. But without further ado, let's get into the fan art. Alright, so today we're going to be starting off with 10 amazing fan arts. Like I said earlier, this all came from the fan Discord today, but in the future it'll come from the fan Discord, my Twitter, and my Instagram. So make sure you're in all those places and showing off your fan art. So yeah, let's get into it. So today, I just quickly went through the fan Discord and I found 10 of my favorites. The first 10 that I saw that I really liked. And I've downloaded these all and they're all going to be shown in the video. So it's going to start with the screenshot and then it's going to go to the full thing. So, let's get into it. This first one's coming from Hyru10. Sorry if I said your name wrong, I do apologize. And they made a panda chibi, and it's also their profile picture, which is really adorable. But look at it, it's so cute. It's so adorable, I love it so much. It's, wow. I love the colors on it, it's just overall just super cute. It's really adorable, man. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much for making it. I really like, look at the eyes, you can see like the snowflakes in them and everything. It's really cool, it's a really cool piece. You did the hair really cool, and I mean, it's just an adorable little chibi. I love it a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for making it. Next up, we have Sunburst0122. They made what they said Finn would be, what they think Finn looks like when reacting to Austin doing something ridiculous. The facial expression on this one is just amazing. I really love this. This is like a great emote contender or something like that. Like, this would be a funny emote to have in a server somewhere. And it's just a really cool thing. Like, it just looks really cool. The background looks pretty. I really like the facial expression, and like, you drew Finn super amazing. So thank you so much for making it. And this is also how I imagine Finn reacting to me as well whenever I do literally anything. And also your little logo thing in the bottom right, that looks really cool. I do like that a lot. So I guess let's move on to the next one from DZY Lovely. They said, as soon as I saw the part where he was jumping on the bed, I had to draw it because it's just too cute. I'm horrible at backgrounds, so just ignore it. I don't think you're horrible at backgrounds at all. I think you did amazing on this background. Like, everything in the background looks amazing. Like, you have the snow lamp, you have the Christmas tree, the bed looks good, the outside, the window looks amazing. Like, I think you did really good on the background. And I mean, this is one of my favorite scenes. It was a little bit hard to show in Minecraft, but you did it perfectly here. I don't know. I just really love this art a lot. I really like the background. Like, you said you didn't like the background. I really like the background on this piece. And it looks really good. I really like the way that it looks. The whole thing, the whole scene was one of my favorites. And yeah, I mean, you just did a great job. So thank you, DZY Lovely, for this amazing art. I really do appreciate it. And it's just a beautiful piece overall. So next up, we got Kate Cat. Who drew my character saying, "I'm not acting like a child," and he's like angry looking. And I don't know, I just really thought this one was funny. I thought this one looked really cool. You did really cool with the hair. It's a different style. I've never really seen somebody style like this before. You did great with the way the hat looks, and the background looks nice too. I just really like this one. I mean, this is also one of my favorite lines in the entire episode was, "I'm not acting like a child." I think it's great. So yeah, thank you so much for making this. It looks adorable. I absolutely love it. So thank you, Kate Cat. Next up, we have So Songbird, who made this art. It's like my character waving, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really cool looking. I'm doing like, I don't know, I'm just waving. I have my hand, it's like I'm inside the picture, but I'm also not. It's my hand's like coming over it. It just looks really cool. You did a really good job on the character. I really like the way that it looks overall. And I mean, you really capture his mood, his essence, you know, he's just a happy, cheery guy. And, I really like it. I really like the way that it looks. And, you did a great job on it. So thank you so much for making that as well. Next up, this is one of my absolute favorites. And, this is from Scarlet Cove. They said I can post this now. It's a thumbnail redraw from episode 1's thumbnail. And, they redrew it like as art, basically, based off of the thumbnail. And wow, this one looks so good. I really love the colors on this. The lighting on this is amazing. The shading looks great. And obviously, like, your characters have just looked amazing. And Scarlet Cove has been making art for literally every YouTuber. They've been one of the most active fan art like makers in the Discord that I've seen. They posted something for like everybody, and all the art just looks absolutely amazing. So big shout out to Scarlet Cove for all this. But this looks insane. I really love the colors, the shading on this, and yeah, so thank you so much for making this one. We're just gonna sit here and admire this for a second. And wow, it just looks really good. So thank you, Scarlet Cove. Thank you. Next up, we have from Claire Bear, another one that kind of covers Austin's like personality. This one, I really like the way the hair looks on this one. The hair looks amazing. I really love the way the hair looks. The hat looks amazing. The colors are nice on it. I really like the colors. He really drew the character really perfectly. And I don't know, just him laughing and being happy and cheery just makes me happy and cheery, you know? I really liked it. I think this art looks amazing, so thank you, Claire Bear, for this beautiful piece of art. Next up, we got October. They actually did 2 versions. I'm going to show off the one that I think they meant to, like, the quote-unquote main one. They have, like, the snow blowing in the sky. He's holding his snowball. Did I say this was by October, right? Yeah, October, sorry. And they said, "Baby, it's cold outside." Obviously a Christmas song. Yeah, so I mean, this one just looks really cool. I really love the background on this. I love the idea of this. The song lyric caption really fits with it, and then the art itself just looks amazing. You did a great job on the hair, especially with like the little ice streak. Like, look at that streak in the hair. It looks amazing. And then you have, like, I don't know, the character's just really well drawn, and the background looks great. The eyes look great. The hat, the hair, the snowball, everything looks great on this piece. So thank you so much for making this. I really love this piece a lot. So thank you, October, for making that. This is one of the more wholesome ones that I saw that really made me smile. This is from the Silver Egg. This was made after I made the little, like, Q&A thing where he said he would want to fly. And the Silver Egg said he wants to fly. Okay, then he gets to fly. And they made my character flying in the air. I thought it was so cute, so wholesome. And, you know, if he could see this art, he would be amazed. He would have it hung up like 47 times in his house. He wants to fly so bad. And, I don't know, seeing himself flying like this would be incredible to him. I really love the way that you drew the character. The way you got the clothes and everything down looks amazing. And of course, just the wholesome idea of it is just really adorable. So thank you so much for making this. I really do appreciate it. And then our final fan art for today's episode will be from Witch of No Sleep. This art looks insane. They have like their own concept, basically, where they say, like, imagine if the hair went full ice mode. And that would be really sick to have in the series for sure. This one looks insane. I really love the colors on this. The shading on this looks good. And just the concept of having like the full ice hair and like the ice like snowflake in his eye, just, I don't know, I think it looks amazing. I think you did a great job on this piece, and I really love this concept, so don't be surprised if you see this in the series, okay? But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the wonderful fan art. It all looks amazing, and there's so much more that I didn't even get to cover. So the more you guys make, the more you guys post, I'll show it in next week's episode if you guys want to see it. Or if you guys don't want to see any more of this series, I'll start showing it at the end of my episodes. I want to show thanks to you guys as much as I can for all this awesome fan art that you guys have been making for me. There's been a ton of Fable Legacies fan art, a ton of Austin Fable Legacies fan art. You can see more fan art if you want, if you join the fan Discord or follow the official Twitter, or you can follow my Twitter where I retweet all the art as well. And same with Instagram, I add it to my story. So yeah, thank you so much for all the fan art. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section. Alrighty, and now we're at the questions part. Today's questions all came from my and Bree Discord. That did not sound right. It came from Bree and I's Discord. Link in the description down below. But I chose some people's questions. I didn't give a ton of time today because I'm kind of doing this last minute, like I do. But let's go ahead and see what our questions are today. So our first question comes from Taurus/Mitch. They ask, where'd you get the sound of the whispers in the forest? So I got the sounds from where I get most of my sound effects and most of my music from, which is Epidemic Sound. It costs like $15 a month or something like that. But it has a ton of music that a lot of YouTubers use. There's a ton of sound effects, all kinds of great stuff for production. And basically it covers all of my production, music, sound, whatever, sound effects, whatever I need. Obviously there's some stuff like the Law and Order sound effect that I got from YouTube. But most, other than that, everything else comes from Epidemic Sound. And I can even go ahead and play the sound effect for the one time for fun. Here we go. Ooh, there's a couple of them, and one of them I filmed myself where I said Austin. And I did that. That was me voicing that. I'm proud of that voice. I think it sounded good, so I'm playing it again. Austin. Alrighty. So our next question comes from Amber VA, and they've asked like 4. So I guess I'll try to answer all these. Sure. Amber VA asks, how excited are you for Fable Legacies? I'm super excited for Fable Legacies. I'm really excited for this series. I can't wait for it to continue to go further. I can't wait for everybody to get together and for it to really like kick off. Like, you guys haven't even really seen the start of Fable Legacies yet. You've seen like a prologue. Is that what it's called? Prologue? The beginning part, before the beginning. That's what you guys have seen so far, and it's really gonna start kicking off here soon. I'm very excited for it. The next question was, how much do you love your character? On a scale of 1 to 10, an absolute 10. I love playing this character. This is my funnest type of characters to play, the really funny, goofy ones, the really excited, hyper ones. But he does have a twist coming, and that's all I'm going to say. Approximately how long did it take to build the amazing map? We had a great build team. Backstage crew helped build the map for us. We also, a lot of the YouTubers helped. Basically, we did all of this from pretty much scratch. We got a terrain map, and we used a bunch of schematics, and we pieced everything together. We changed, like, made forests and stuff. Like, my whole area, the forest is completely built, like, by schematic trees and schematic buildings, and then we had to change all the leaf colors. It probably took a couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe, 2-3 weeks. I mean, it's still being actively worked on. It's still not done, but it's getting there. So yeah, I mean, it's been fun. And the final question: how old are you in the roleplay? Teenager, late teenager, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have an exact age for him. Somewhere around, I don't know, 18 to 20, 21, that area. That's probably about how old he is. So next up, we have LeahPlays 2, who asks, "What was your guys' inspiration for Fable Legacies?" So we just got together as a group. We had a meeting. We started throwing out some ideas. Somebody threw out the idea of going to a camp, and then somebody threw out the idea of like fairy tale characters. So we combined those two. Fairy tale characters going to camp. This is kind of a thing that's been somewhat done was from Descendants and Once Upon a Time. So we just threw in some of those vibes. It's also part of our SEO, and that's pretty much how Fable Legacies became a thing. Originally we were gonna name it like Fairy Tale Legacies, but you know that might cause some problems with the certain other series. So we went with a different definition for fairy tale, which is fable. Fables are like stories, so Fable Legacies is born like that. And that's basically how Fable Legacies was created. That's how it started, how we got our inspiration, quote unquote, for it. From there, we all just started picking Disney characters and fairy tale characters that we really wanted to go off of and like be quote unquote descendants of. And yeah, that's pretty much how Fable Legacy started. That's where the quote unquote inspiration came from. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Next up, we have Cheetah May 16, who asks, "Who sent the armor knight after, Who sent the armored knight after Austin, and why? So obviously it's a spoiler, so I can't give away anything. But I picked this question because I wanted to point out something at the end. That Finn did say a hint about who sent it. Not really an answer to why. But you'll probably figure out more about that in episode number 2, maybe. So yeah, that's why I picked this question. Is the end was kind of a hint to who sent it, and not really a hint to the why, but you'll get a why soon. And it'll all make more sense as we go later on too as well. There's also plenty of hints towards what that character's name means if you listened closely. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Next up, we have Emmy, who asks, why did you pick Olaf to be your dad? To be honest with you, it kind of started as a joke. Yeah, it really just started as a joke. It was like, oh, haha, I'm going to be the son of Olaf. And, I don't know, that same night I watched Frozen 2, and I was like, hey, this could actually work. So Olaf became my dad, and I got my mom that same night, and I don't know, it was different. It seemed fun. It seemed unique. I've never really done anything with ice before, like that kind of like theme, ice, like color scheme, magic type, whatever. I haven't done really anything ice that I can think of off the top of my head. So I think it'd be fun. And I mean, I love Olaf as a character. I think he's super funny. I think he's really dumb. And I like that. And, you know, I just thought it was fun. I think it's a fun thing to do. Frozen's a cool movie. I like both Frozens a lot. So yeah, that's why I picked Olaf to be my father in this Fable Legacy series. Next up, we have Fry Viewer, who asks, if you didn't do Olaf, which other antagonist / protagonist would you have wanted to be your parent? That's a good question. I don't really know. Who would I want to be my parent? Maybe, I think, Cinderella and Prince Charming. Those are the two, right? Those two go together. I hope those are the two. I think they'd be kind of fun to do. I think maybe Jack Sparrow. I don't know if he counts as a fable or a fairy tale. Maybe Jack Sparrow. He'd be kind of cool. I do Lightning McQueen. Good chow. We could do. Who else would I want to do? I don't really know. I'd have to think about it. I didn't really have a second option or a third option. It was kind of just Olaf, and we went for it. So yeah, I don't really know who I would do. You know, I'd have to really look into it, really think about it. Probably watch a lot of the movies again to see who I'd want to be. So I can't. Sorry, I can't really give a great answer for that. Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. But I think Cinderella and Prince Charming, if those are the two that go together, I think they'd be a cool one. The quote unquote, like, I don't know, something like kind of like a main group like that would be kind of cool. So that's probably who I'd look into maybe. Next up, the Silver Egg asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how similar is your how similar is your character to the story he's based on, aka Frozen? I don't know. I don't think my story is super related to Frozen. Obviously, it's like Elsa, Olaf, and stuff's there, but it's I don't think it's based, like, I don't think it's anywhere close to the actual Frozen, like, movies, like, storyline. I think this is completely unique, and I don't think anything like it happened in Frozen. It's been a little while since I've watched it, but I don't think so. In Frozen 2, I don't think so either. Like, obviously, there's gonna be ideas and stuff thrown, kind of as like a nod to it, but I don't think it's similar at all. So maybe a 2, 1 or a 2, maybe. I don't think it's really that similar at all. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and you guys will tell me I'm wrong later on. But I don't think so far that it's been anywhere close, and my plans don't have for it to be anywhere close to it. Next up from COD, he says, why does he like Finn so much? So Finn's his uncle, his family. And if you guys, no, I've never said it yet. You'll get more of a hint on why that is in episode 2, but obviously his family's very close to him. His family means a lot to him. And he, I don't know, he likes Finn. Finn's his homie. So yeah, you'll get a little bit more answers for that in episode number 2. But he is homies with Finn. Finn's his uncle, and his family. You know, family. Next up, we have deck of cards asking your character's least favorite food. I don't know if this has been used. So I guess fun fact about my character is he doesn't really have to eat anything. He's a spirit, so he doesn't really have to eat. He kind of eats just for fun, if he wants to. I don't know if you guys caught it, but in the one of the scenes, he said, "Oh, hello, pot of food that I never eat." So he doesn't really need to eat. He doesn't really have to eat. So I imagine he probably doesn't have like a taste either. So I don't think he really have a quote-unquote least favorite food. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was an interesting little like little thing about about my character, is that he doesn't really need to eat, and I don't think he can taste anything. So I don't know. I thought that was cool. But yeah, as far as least favorite food, I don't think he'd really have one. You know, he can really eat anything. I guess. Nah, I can't even guess. Like, it's just, I don't think he really has one. And then finally, we have a 3-part question here from Lunami Siren. I think I said your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. They ask, which character in Fable Legacies would Austin get along with the most, and who would he get along with the least? Honestly, I think Austin's gonna get along with everybody. I think he's gonna get along with all the characters just great. I don't think he's gonna have a least favorite. I think he's gonna want to be best friends with everybody. I think he's gonna be super trusting of everybody, and I'm sure that's not gonna bite him at all anywhere. And I don't know. I think Austin would just want to be friends with everybody. He wants to be a friend to the world, and he wants to be chilling with everybody. He wants to have great relationships with everybody, I'm sure. Next up, they ask, does Austin put anything before friends and family? Are those two the most important things to him? His snow lamp. Yeah, his snow lamp. Probably his friends and his family are the most important things to him. I don't think anything else is really as important to him. To be fair, he's never really had an option that was like could even tempt him. I guess I can't say that, but you know, there's not really other options for him besides friends and family. And you'll learn more about what options he had, I guess, in episode 2. But so far, definitely friends and family are his first, his top 2 priorities, the 2 most things that are the most important to him, besides the snow lamp. And the third and final question for today's Q&A segment is, does Austin ever spend time with Elsa? You didn't hear my voice, just whatever I just did. Does Austin ever spend time with Elsa, or is his relationship to her only Uncle Finn and Olaf? I don't know. I don't think he's ever spent time with Elsa. I don't think, maybe a little bit, but probably not too much. Elsa's kind of a busy woman. I forget what I said. I did actually say something about this in the next episode, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if I did or not. I might have. If I did, that's your answer. You'll see in episode 2. I don't really remember what I said, so now I don't want to contradict myself. But yeah, if any, it's probably very little. It's mostly Finn and Olaf. So yeah, that's today's Q&A section. I guess we'll end off today's section with a little bit of fan memes. We'll probably show off like, I don't know, 3 to 5. And then we'll go ahead and call it good from there. But let's head over to the fan meme section, and then at the end of the video, I will give you guys a hint for episode number 2. Alrighty, so we're at our second, well, this is technically the final section. This is a little fan meme section. We're gonna go a little bit quick because we're kind of running out of time here. So these next couple of memes all come from this person named a Visionary. Apparently they're a self-renowned meme queen according to COD. So we will see what happens. Let's see what they got. So it starts off with the Spider-Man guy standing in front of a class. Says, sorry, uncle, but I need my mommy. Austin, like, is on a presentation. Austin would present that. He'd present that pretty gladly. Next up, you got this old man kind of shrugging. Austin getting cornered by the monster. Guess I'll die. Austin really did kind of just give up. He went with the, if he can't see me, or if I can't see it, he can't see me strategy. Closed his eyes, and you know, it worked for him. He survived. But you know, he was trying to hide from that monster. This one's just a bus getting hit by a train. I hope nobody was on this bus. That would hurt. Austin about to get killed, and then Finn shows up and saves the day. Pretty accurate. Austin did get saved by Finn pretty hardcore. Austin hearing voices in the forest and decides to follow them. Chat, visible confusion. Literally. This is kind of what I was going for. Obviously, like, you know, the cliche horror movie type thing where you hear a sound, you're like, oh, let me go investigate that, even though I know I'm gonna die, haha. You know, it's literally that. You know, you don't, like, I don't know. That was the kind of the quote-unquote trope that I was going for. Next up, you got Austin ranting on about how he's a free spirit and gotta leave the house. The guards outside his door looking at each other with the Pikachu. Yeah, I really love this scene. I thought this scene was hilarious, where the guards kind of looked at each other while Austin was inside ranting. I don't know. I absolutely love that scene. I thought it was great. So yeah, I really like this one. Next up, Finn closing the door on Austin outside. Austin shows up on Finn's bed. Chat, visible confusion. I believe this was the first time that I showed that I was a spirit, pretty much. Yeah, so I like kind of like put the little teleport in, and then he also teleports again out of the bed. It's the first time I think that I showed the spirit thing. So that was kind of the mood I was going for. So I'm glad it went across. The next one's Austin keeps spelling Finn's name a lot. The memers out there, because that's what heroes do. Yeah, I did want to spell out his name a lot. Because it's Finn. My first way that I would spell Finn is Finn, but obviously that's not the way that it's spelled. So I spelled it out a couple times as the character to make sure that people knew how to spell it. That way and I thought it was kind of a cool way to, like, in character show off how to spell his name instead of just typing in the Discord and be like, oh, it's not like that, it's like this. And I'm glad that it was appreciated, so I appreciate that. And then next up, Austin being happy, too happy. Chat, confused screaming. Yeah, this is one of my first characters that doesn't really have like a sad background to him, you know? It's been a long time since I've done a character that doesn't really have a sad background, at least not that you know of, wink wink. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool. And I did see people confused like that. They're like, what? Austin not having a sad, like, opening, sad background? What's going on here? So yeah, that's all those were from a Visionary, so thank you, Visionary, for those awesome memes. And the final one we got today is from Disc Cheesy Pasta, who says, my prediction, and it's Finn paying Austin $100 to quote-unquote cheese off. And yeah, that's pretty much how things would go. If Finn could get away like that, he 110% would. But yeah, that's all the memes. So thank you guys for all your memes. Thank you guys for all your fan memes. All the fan memes come from the fan Discord, the Fable Legacies fan Discord. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you go over there, check it out. And when you join the fan Discord, make sure you guys read the rules, and you'll know what to do to get access to the full Discord. But make sure you read those rules. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the final hint. Alrighty, and this is gonna bring us to the end of our first episode of this post-mortem Q&A type thing. Definitely let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for all your love, all your support. But before I send you guys off, I do want to give you guys a little hint to episode number 2, which, you know, if computer willing, internet willing, my computer has been... So 2 days ago, my computer restarted for upwards of 7 hours, and there was not much I could do to get it started. And then yesterday, my internet kept going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So these last 2 days, I've had some problems that have been out of my control. But everything willing, episode 2 will hopefully come out tomorrow, but no promises, again, because stuff likes to go wrong. But before I leave you guys, I want to give you guys a quick hint for episode number 2. So I wrote out a little hint, okay? Here you go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 words, all right? This should get all you theorists excited. Here are your 4 hints for episode number 2. Cousin. Boat. Frying pan. There you go. So, I hope those help. I hope those get the theories going. Episode 2 should hopefully be out soon. If not, hopefully tomorrow, but soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys did, I can definitely do this once a week for you guys. It's a really cool way to interact with you guys. And if you guys want to see more of it, for sure, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see more of. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Goodbye!